Hey guys, welcome to Craftsmas Day 10, and today we are going to be making a treat card 11 by 17 with two 8.5 by 11 sheets. So now I'm going to place my top image on the top and my bottom image on the bottom, of course. And then we're just going to overlap it a little bit. I'm going to place the bottom first. That way I can kind of like overlap the top a little bit just to help with that seamless pattern type, So of course, like always, I'm always going to have that little guidance at the bottom to help with control. And then I'm going to place it down and make sure that I seal it before I lift up the rest of the adhesive backing. The protective backing. And smoothing it as I go. Just like that. And now I'm going to do the same thing to the top. Now this one, I do have a little bit of a white at the bottom, so I'm just going to trim that off because the white is not going to help with that seamless look that I'm trying to go for. And now I'm going to take the bottom of that image and I'm going to peel a little piece of the sticker paper, just like I did with the bottom half. And then I'm going to place it on top. Now with this one, you definitely want to make sure that you're going to get it close to and touching. We're not going to score it, so you don't have to worry about it not touching. So you definitely want it to touch because you want it to be as close to the design at the bottom as possible. That's what's going to give it that seamless look. Now, because this is actual image, it's a little more difficult versus it being just like a seamless, just like one color background, which would have been probably easier. But child, I'm always somewhere doing the most. But I'm definitely going to do the best that I can to get this placed how I need it to be. That's for sure. And then after I have it placed, I'm just gonna smooth that line right there to make sure that it is blended in really good. And I'm going to peel that backing and smooth it down. Just like that. And boom. So now all we're going to do is we're going to take our ruler and cut the foam board out like regular. And this is going to be used with an 8x8 tin pan lid, clear lid. I purchased the pan at Walmart. I think it was like 3 of them for $3 something, I want to say. So pretty much like $4. So now I'm just going to cut the image off the foam, cut off the white off the foam board just like regular. Okay, so now that that is done, it is time to cut out our little peekaboo door. And this is how it's going to look when it's done. Seamless and amazing. So now we're just going to cut through 3 of the walls, 3 of the corners, which is the top, the right side, and the bottom. On the left side, we're going to score from the inside, meaning where the picture is, so that the door can swing open and close. So before I plot that out, I'm going to make sure that the back of it, the paper on the back, is cut all the way through. And if not, I'm just going to take my blade and slightly go through that paper on the back. The majority of the time, it is not going all the way through. So you're probably going to have to go through the back and just slide that on through, just like that. Now let's flip it over and plop that door right open, just like so. Now usually I have an image on the back, but I didn't feel like being extra today, especially since this had to be pieced together and I didn't want to have any difficulty going through both papers. Now this is me closing it again, because sometimes you have to play with it a little bit for it to be open and close very smoothly. So now we want to get a little piece of paper or scrap paper. Sometimes I use, if I have any scrap adhesive paper, sticker paper, I will get it and fold it to make that little, flap for the door so that you can open it and close it with no problem. And it doesn't have to be a big piece, just one big enough for you to make like a little to fold over and place on the inside as well as on the side of the back, as you're going to see. I forgot to plug my glue gun in, so while that is warming up, let's put the clear plastic over the top. So now I am using this Gorilla Glue to see how it's going to work for the corners of this little plastic container thing. Usually I use the glue gun for this, but I am going to try something new today. At first, when I first started, I was trying to use crazy glue, but I was like, this cannot be healthy because the fumes from the crazy glue is just wild. So I figured I would, and then mine wasn't really sticking, but I think you have to allow it to dry a little bit. And I did get the gel version, so we're gonna see how this is going to do. Other than that, I just used the glue gun. With the glue gun and staples combo, it works out really good. So I'm just going to place the glue on the corners. I'm not even going to do on the sides, just the four corners. And then I'm going to place it down on the card. So I'm just going to flip it over and place it down very carefully. As you can see, we have our little guide right there. So you just try to make it a little bit even on both sides, as well as not leaving too much space at the bottom or not making it high enough. And then I'm going to take my stapler and staple 2 staples on all 3 sides that I can reach with my stapler. And boom, that part is done. And it came out so cute. So now it's time, I think the glue gun is ready, and it's time to glue our little hinge on the door, or handle, child, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to put some glue on that bottom piece. Well, I'm going to put glue so that I can fold it over and it stays. And I'm going to glue that bottom piece right there and put it on the back and fold it over so that it looks like this. Now you don't want to get to pulling in all that right away. You want to wait for it to dry a little bit. But how cute. And it's like I said, it's 2 8.5 by 11 sheets, which is a very great. So now let's flip it and fill it. So this is a little spa treat card, so we are going to add a couple little spa things in there, and you want to make sure you add stuff, but you don't want to like overdo it because you want your backing to close. That is the reason why we have that little tab and that little door right there, so that it's not that difficult. So pack it really good, but don't overpack. And boom, it is done. And how cute is this? Now I'm looking and seeing a little blank space. I'm like, I could probably squeeze something in right there. But like I said, we don't really want to overdo it. And boom, that is all done. And it is super cute and so girly. And until tomorrow, happy crafting.